Yeah, we just got done because DTP has a practice, and so we were scrimmaging with them for their practice, just going over some of the new like stuff, trying to get
Yeah.
them ready for the tournament coming up. We got like a week until the tournament, so
Right. Yeah, dude. When I was talking to Anthony from you guys' team,
yep.
he was talking about that the NSL tournament in Tampa. Are you at the field right now?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's cool shit. Okay. Hell yeah. Nice.
We have a little lounge area up here. So thought I'd set up. They're doing some shoot stuff on this back wall, but that's where I was gonna sit. But they're doing some secret stuff.
Oh, we want to see the secret stuff, man.
Oh, it'll come soon, in about a week.
Hell yeah. I know when I was talking with Anthony and Luke, they were talking, like different strategies, but they wouldn't say like exactly what they were doing. So
yeah, I'm gonna try and be pull my tongue maybe on some stuff, but we should be able to talk about a good bit of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm never looking for the insider scoop.
Yeah.
I'm not a news reporter. Okay, I'm just like, hey, what's up, man? Let's
yeah, casual conversation, nothing crazy.
Right, exactly. So, how long you been on Obey or with Obey, or how did you get started with Obey Airsoft?
So, I started playing Airsoft about a year ago. I just got like a little gun off one of the stores. We was playing on this old field that I used to play. It was outdoors, and then me and my group at the time, we were bouncing between fields. Then we went to Black Tiger, which is one of the fields in over by us, outdoor field, and it was like dead heat summer, and it's like Florida, like it's hot, and they have a city, and it's all shipping containers.
Oh shit!
Super hot, and
like
so yeah, literally, and so it went from being 105 degrees to raining. So we were like, hey, there's a new indoor field, CIA Tampa. Why don't we go try there? It was like 10 minutes. So we drove over here. Started playing. I was like, oh yeah, I like this way better. And so we started just coming here more. I started getting tattoos, so I stopped playing. And then, before that, I already got cool with all the guys here, and they offered. They were like, hey, we have some speed tournaments coming up. We'd like you to ref. And so I refed last year's like 3 tournaments, and then the regional finals. So that was a lot of fun. That really got me into speed. And I was like watching these guys play and like the way they work and all this stuff. So I was like, hey, maybe I should get into speed. And my buddy was always like, dude, you should try out for the team, all this stuff. And so then they posted on their story like, hey, we're having tryouts. And like 15 to like 19 people showed up or something. And they were only picking up, I think it was 4, but then they whittled it down to 3. And so I was part of that top 4. And then, we first drill, hey, you're gonna call out one person from the team, and obviously I call out Luke because I was like, let me get a little bold. He's been playing for however many years.
Yeah.
So he took round 1. No, I took round 1. He took round 2, and then the third round we were just battling for like 2-3 minutes, just one-on-ones.
Right.
And I finally got him, and Steve, one of the players, before we even went there, he was like, oh, bro, and I was like, no, I'm good. And at the time, I was using a rifle. It was a real small rifle, but I was using a rifle. But I was not feeling. Yeah, I'm like getting tight enough on some of the barriers. So when I beat him, I came off, and they were like, "Good job, bro! Like, nice." And so that kind of got some good exposure. Then I got picked up. It was like a practice squad thing, and then I started really working with the lineup, and now we're here.
Oh, that's wild. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So you said when you started, you started for a little bit, and then you took a break because you were getting tattoos.
Yeah,
they're not cheap.
No. And I was like, I gotta let these heal. I was like, I love Airsoft, but I can't have these being scarred up and everything. So
yeah, man, when you dump some money into them, and then especially on your arms, that's what gets hit a lot. On the field, I'm sure. And yeah, my daughter and son-in-law, they're big into tattoos right now. They just got married last year. They're 21. They all they do is go to concerts. They go to metal concerts and get tattoos. And,
They're not cheap at all.
Yeah, dude. So what do you got? What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo is a quote right here. It says, "Life's too short, make the most of it." I got that on my 16th birthday. And then I had my sleeve planned out since I was about 15, but I knew that would take money, so I was like, I'll do that later on. So I got like a wolf right here. I got a lion right here.
Oh, that looks
crazy
awesome.
Detail. A Nordic band, like a bind rune, and then this is my most recent one. It's a samurai.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And so I'm trying to work to get a full Japanese style sleeve, but I'm gonna wait till the season's over just so I can, like, not have to worry about taking a break and everything. I can't let the team play.
Hell yeah, man!
Very expensive, but now that I'm in season, I was like, okay, I'll save my money. Get into my career at the end because I'm trying to be a real estate agent.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep.
What made you want to get into that?
Well, I bounced back between like wanting to do all these certain things, and then once I got out of high school, I like really sat down and like looked at what I wanted to do, and I always looked at real estate because I know you can make great money. I'd like to talk to people. I like to be outgoing and all that stuff. And then I really put it into perspective, like, hey, this is going to be someone's probably biggest purchase of their life, and I was like, I want to make sure, I had a part in that, and I thought it would be really cool to do that.
Yeah.
Or I started to want to think about getting into commercial real estate, and I was like, people build business out of this. Like, if I got in commercial real estate, I'd be one of the ones to sell people this building and watch people build up like foundation and then branch off. And I always just thought that was really cool. So,
oh, that's cool, man. Yeah.
And I don't got to go to school for it. I can just take a class online. I'm like, that's easy. Don't got to spend $20,000 to go to school.
Right.
So,
who was that just walked by?
He's one of the refs here. He comes in and out.
He looks really like cool. He's got the DTP jersey on, right? Is he part of DTP? Oh, he's not? Okay.
No,
look like their colors.
I think it was the colors. It was purple. Yeah. I don't think he's on the team. He would have been out there. I don't think he's on the team. I think he's just
I had two from maybe three people from DTP on there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. They're all working. Their team's getting pretty big. They're about the same size as us right now. But yeah, we always like to scrimmage each other. They came out to the actual scrimmages we had. There was like 3 teams. So yeah, they're always putting in work. They got practice every week like us. So it's cool seeing them grow.
Well, it's cool you guys can go there to the same field and practice like that against each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah.
It's nice having another team to represent our area.
Right. Yeah, that's good, man. So you're all in the. So are you looking forward to the NSL tournament?
Honestly, I'm excited, but I'm nervous because, like I said, like I reffed last year.
Yeah.
So I didn't play. Like I didn't have like that whole play mindset because I played basketball in high school, and so like going to games you don't know about it and like get a little amped up, but then now this is like people coming from Cali and people coming from wherever, and so it's like it's a big tournament. So I'm getting a little nervous, but I'm excited for it. See the team work.
Okay. Yeah, that's when I watched the first one at Shot Zone a couple weekends ago. I was like, damn, man, you could really tell a lot of teams are not used to the fast-paced switching out, right, of the rounds or the heats that were going on. It was, I know it's their first one, but I think that's probably the biggest thing that I saw where teams like they'll go over like here, the teams that I've talked with here, like Nebula and some of these guys, they'll go over some of the rules with their team before the NSL thing just to get used to the new rule set. But if you don't practice that in practice, like how quickly you change and getting your roster together, and because and I think a lot of people that would be watching, if they don't really know, there's not a whole lot to go on if you don't know what's going on and you're just a spectator, watching the webcast or the live stream. It's you wouldn't know that, hey, when these teams switch out and they go back on to play round 2 of whatever, it's like they swap offensive defense. So there's you've got to be on top of your game. You've got to have all your players ready. It's pretty quick, turnaround.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things with our scrimmages was people weren't realizing like, hey, once like that is over, y'all are hopping on that, they're hopping back on. Like quick rotation, quick change, and a lot of people weren't understanding it because when we have practice and we don't have a team to hop on right after us, and so we're just doing round after round after round. Same with other teams that would pull up for scrimmages. They round after round because they're with a team. They're not with 3 other teams, and so it took a little bit to get used to, but we're trying to play as close to the rules with everything incorporated, like DTP. We're calling penalties. We're pulling people out of the game for 3 games a game. Like we're trying to stick as much to the rules as we can.
That's good. Yeah, you have to, man. You have to practice the full on, like the whole rule set and the timers and all that shit, or else it's not going to really, because the gameplay style, like you guys are already pretty good, I'm sure, like tactics and shit.
Yeah.
But getting this, how far up the field the flag is or whatever, to gain points. That was one of the things that, in fact, that was one of the things I had a question on. I don't think I ever got it. I can't remember if I got it answered or not. So for the, I don't know if you know this, but on NSL, when you gain points, you know how far up the field you get with zone 1, 2, or whatever. Does it go by the flag?
Yeah.
Where
so
the
it's
flag
however
is,
far.
right?
Yeah, it's however far the flag gets up. And there was one thing that we were having like arguments about was like, hey, we got this far, but that person died. Like, do we still get points and all this stuff? And we were looking at some of the live streams. We were noticing some of the guys were, they were dying with the flag all the way up to 3 points, and then the last dude would be alive, but he didn't get to the flag to hang it, and so the flag was still on the ground, and he was over here. They still got the 3 points, even though the guy wasn't holding flag. It was just like the flag all the way up. So that was one thing that we were arguing about, but I think that guy answered for us when we saw it in live stream, and they were like, "Yep, 3 points," even though the guy wasn't holding it. So,
yeah, okay. Well, I guess as long as the flag carrier gets, makes it past that line, like into that zone, without, before he dies or whatever. Kind of like, I mean, it's so similar to American football. So as long as you get the ball across the line, then it counts as that zone, those points or whatever. So it's a really interesting setup, the way they have all the different points, because originally I thought like a team gained points in a match, and then at the end of the tournament, like you carried your points over. Like I thought the overall points was like kind of like your ranking system. He's like, and I think I was asking him, and he's like, no, that's your seeding points.
Yeah.
To see who, where you're gonna end up in the lineup, basically. And I was like, oh man, it's such a good. I feel like it's such a good, well-rounded system because it goes by wins or losses, but it goes, you have the points, you have the seeding points, you have the different divisions that are broken up. And it's fast paced, and you have an objective. Yeah. And it's like, there's no dull moment. You're not just standing back at the very back and just laying down cover fire. And, it's like, there's no stalemates.
In the back, wait, boom, boom. All right, cool. Hey, we're up a body. Chill. Like, now it's like, all right, you guys got to move in 15 seconds.
Right. And dude, the other thing too was the rule with, if you're on offense, you have the flag. If you take out their last player, you only have 3 seconds to hang it.
So it's once they hit the buzzer. So it's like if they don't hit the buzzer, you have all the time in the world to get up there.
Okay.
It's like as soon as they hit that buzzer, you got 3 seconds. And a lot of people don't realize how quickly that 3 seconds goes.
Bro.
Like we'll be in like beginning of zone 2, and they're like buzzer, and granted, we're not like, we don't have stopwatch counting, but like counting out, we're like not even getting to the wall yet, and it's like, dude, you gotta move so far, and like you gotta dodge all these like bunkers and everything, so you gotta move And it's like, you got to move as a team, because you can't just like, the thing is, you can't just be like, oh, like all the way in the back, killed the last guy. It's like, now you're all the way in your spawn. It's like, you got to be up there already. So there's a lot to it. A lot of tactics, a lot of communications. Communication is the biggest thing in this.
Right. And I think it's cool that the way it's set up with that, you're going to have these things, these different tactics and strategies come out where you're going to be looking for just designated flag carriers. Like, who's the fastest guy? Like football, right? Who can run a 4.3? Like.
Let's see who's visiting us today. Hey, Dominic. Hey, I'm gonna need your help with the headphones. Yeah, I got you. Hey, you're good or Dom? What's up? We got the team coming in now. So this is Sparky.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's up?
Mini Dom.
Man, we got a
media guy.
These all people on your team?
Yeah. Yes. Andrew, come here.
Oh shit. Okay.
This is the other new pickup. This is Andrew.
What's up, guys?
He's that man. He shoots, boy. He shoots. You need headphones? Yeah, no, I have my headphones. I don't know how to hook them up. Oh, no. Dog, I don't know how to use this computer, all right? I'm not breezy like that.
You better learn, bro.
I'm doing
that's
my
funny.
best out here, okay? Yeah, that's, I guess, did you guys just finish up with,
177. No, 176. My bad. 76. All I ask is please.
The boys out there doing work, I guess. I was out there for a while, and then I was just like, I'm gonna go do this.
When you first started with the Obey, with their team, were they already talking about the NSL stuff? Is that something you were kind of? Did you want to play tournament style right away when you got on the team?
I thought it was going to be speed, because that was all I knew. I didn't know there was CSL or NSL or none of that stuff. I just thought there was speed. So like right when I got picked up, they were like, "Hey, guys, we're going to be playing this new style NSL," and I was like, "I'm down to play anyways. Just playing competitive airsoft. This sounds fun to me." And so they were like, "Hey, we're going to be playing NSL," and so I had to look over the rules to be a ref for speed. Like 7 pages, and like 3 of them were just like small stuff, like injuries, all this like little stuff, and it's like 21 pages long, and it's like 20 of them are all rules, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be fun, but this is gonna be confusing.
Oh my god!
Through time we worked it all out, and I was like, I really like NSL. Luke really likes NSL, and like we all like NSL, but even Luke was like, I don't know, I'm so better than speed, but so much more brain power you got to use instead of just being like, "Hey, I killed one. Hey, I killed one. They're here."
Well, that's what I like about the NSL thing, is that it's like the next step up from, regular tournament style. There's, I feel like it's really the top tier of play because of the rules, and it's not just, hey, there's more rules. These rules are implemented. It takes a lot of skill, like a higher level of skill, to get.
Yeah.
What I mean, to get your team, like you said, once towards the end of the year or this season with NSL, there's going to be teams that are going to be like kind of scouting or recruiting for players that are just fast as fuck. Like, you don't really have to know how to shoot that good. We just need you to fucking sprint your ass off. You know what I mean?
There'd be teams that are like, they have all these dudes who are just straight laning, and there's going to be one guy be like, "Hey, just sit in the back, and then when we're ready, we're going to have you run." And it's like, he's going to very last person, like not even shooting. He might not even have good accuracy. They're just going to be like, "Hey, bro, you can run." So and I just know that's going to be one style play, either like next year or either by the end of this year, something.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be it's going to change the game a lot for Speedsoft.
It's Anthony.
Hey, what's up, dude?
It's the boy.
Finally got him on the podcast.
Yeah, right?
I thought it was,
hell yeah.
I thought it was cool too, because I was like, oh, I'm already going to be at the field. Like, I'll just do it here. Boys can walk in and
Hell yeah, dude. So did you grow up in Florida? Are you originally from there?
I mean, I pretty much grew up here. I moved here when I was 8 from Georgia, and it was like a second grade moved here and just grown up here my whole life, and it's very different from Georgia, but I barely remember Georgia. Luke's from Georgia. Luke's got his boys that come down from Georgia. So I mean, we have people from all over the place on the team. Like a bunch of them moved down here from different places. So it's really cool seeing like the diversity of people, whether it was they've been here for most of their life or just moved down here. So it's cool seeing all of them, and it's nice having people who are the same age as me, younger. Mason, how old is Mason? 13? 13. We got Steve, who's 90. It's really cool having some of the older guys out here putting in work too. It's really dope.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I mean, it's such a diverse sport, man, with the age range, like just different, different backgrounds, and yeah, it's pretty wild. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, have you gone to SS Airsoft up in Georgia, like when Luke went up there to play or whatever?
No, like I said, I'm still kind of new to this, so this is actually the first and only indoor field I've been to. Gotcha. Because it's really hard for me to travel places like on weekends or something because we have practice Sunday. We're usually doing something Saturday, or I'm here. I work night shifts. Like I go in at 6 o'clock, end at 1 in the morning, and so it can't just be like a day thing, or like it can't just be like hey, I got out of work. I work at a bowling alley right now just to make some money on the side. I'm taking my classes, like I said. So I'm gonna wait till the season's over and really jump hard into real estate. So
yeah, dude. Now, what do you do at the bowling alley? Like clean up and rent shoes.
I'm a
clean the lanes.
Called porter. Yeah, it's called a porter. It's pretty much just like a lane attendant. So I get the, people hit the sweep. I go get the ball. I clean the lanes. It's a lot of walking. It's like I walk like 15 steps a night. I move and clean like 100 plus chairs and tables. Like it's a good little bit of work. It keeps me active.
Yeah.
This is what really keeps me active because I don't really give myself off day, Airsoft. Put it in that
right.
work.
Hell yeah, dude. Now, how did you get into the working at the bowling alley thing? Were you like going to play bowling, or did you like bowling?
No, so I was actually working at Goodyear and a moving company in Tampa, which is like 30, 40 minutes from me. That's where we are here. But my car went down, had some issues, so I couldn't get out to work. So I was like, I'd quit just because I couldn't get out here.
Yeah.
We didn't have a job for a while. Was just living off of what I saved up. And then my buddy was like, hey, I work at the bowling alley. It's 5 minutes from the house. I could pick you up, all this stuff. I was like, he's like, I know you need a job. And so I was just like, yeah, sure, why not? And I went and got the job there. And then I told my manager, she's like, hey, just at least promise me a year. I was like, all right. So I promised her a year. And so I just hit my year. I let her know, hey, I'm going to study real estate, all this. She's like, oh, you could do your classes here. So it's really dope that she's letting me do that. They give me a lot of free will. They treat me good there. It's really nice.
Yeah, dude. Good for you. Yeah, man, you got to get out there and get after it because things aren't going to just fall in your lap, most of the time.
I've always been, I'm 20. I've had 8 jobs, and every single one has been like an upgrade. It's like, hey, I'm making more money. I'm doing something I like better.
Yeah.
But taking a step back because it's local. I'm not making as much, but it's local. I have friends there. Staff treats me good. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was like, for now, this will be my little buffer period. I'm fresh out of high school. I hit that kind of limbo moment where I got to weigh my life and all this stuff. So I was like, yeah, let me just do something, work full time and figure out what I want to do. And then once I do that, then I can really jump into a career. I got my hobby and I got my plan for life. So everything should work out once it gets done.
Yeah, dude, that's good. I mean, staying busy is really important, man. When people are stagnant,
for sure,
it's not good for us as human beings. We don't do well with not having a purpose or a goal. We got to be driven towards something to kind of have this balance. I think a lot of people talk about this balance in life. Oh, everything has to be peaceful. No, it doesn't. Like it can be a little chaotic.
You like a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, dude, you got to have this. You can, some of the most productive people are the ones that are busy as fuck, man. But they're doing stuff that they really enjoy, or they're doing things, they're working towards something that is, the end game is better than where they're at, and it's just always kind of setting that new goal for the next one.
Yeah. It's like once I get into real estate, and since I work like night shifts, I'm not gonna lie, like night shifts are very draining, like mentally. Sure. And so I just know once I get into real estate, like I've always wanted to be that person who would, get up early, go to the gym, be productive, like work on every little aspect of their life. I follow this one dude on Instagram, and he's all about that. He's doing like a day 50 challenge where every day he working on something new and all this stuff. And
who's that?
I want to do something. I think his Instagram is like Logan Robles or something. He's a YouTuber. He goes by like Low, and he's a lifestyle gamer, streamer, all this stuff.
Okay.
But he's like his whole lifestyle and everything. It's really cool. That's what I strive to be. It's like working daily on something.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Now, do you have your goals written down?
No, I just
writing them down yet?
Because honestly, like that is a good idea, but I also kind of like to keep it just on my mind, because then it kind of creates chaos in my head, and I want to be like, okay, I want to be able to maintain with that and be like, okay, I can put myself on stress, but be cool on it, because like real estate, there's a lot of stuff going on at once. Like you're working with people, you're getting calls all the time, you're looking for certain things and all this stuff, and it's like I want to be able to be prepared to be balancing a bunch of different stuff at once and still be level-headed. So if I need to get to the point, I always keep a notepad with me. Like I got a notepad in my bag right now, just in case I need it. I don't have anything written down, but hey, I'm gonna forget this. Like I have a notes app on my phone. Everybody does.
Right.
And be prepared as if I need it. That's all I need.
Right. Yeah, I follow a bunch of people like that too. That like the motivational kind of life coach kind of genre of things online that I started back when I first got in the military. It was Tony Robbins. I don't know if you ever heard of the motivational speaker Tony Robbins.
I'm terrible with names.
He was one of the he was actually officially the first life coach that came out, like that started a business as a life coach.
Yeah. Made it his thing.
Yeah, exactly. And he started out. He was about your age, early 20s. He had no money. He was living on he was staying on it. He didn't have a place to live. He was staying with his friend, sleeping on the couch, and met up. Found somebody that was kind of like a life coach. That was doing kind of a mentor to him, and he started his own business. In his early year, young 20s, whatever. But a bunch of people like that I've followed over the years, and it's just it's important, I think, to have a good balance with that. Like, have some kind of positive input that it's catered to you. Like you follow this guy Low or whatever, that's not. There's not one person that's great for everybody. They might be saying the same exact things, as far as like kind of a coaching, like steps, like do this, have some goals.
The way they go about it.
Yeah, right. So, I follow a bunch of different people like that on Instagram, on all that stuff. So, yeah, it's cool.
It's nice seeing that stuff pop up in your feed.
Yes. Yeah, the motivational stuff. Yeah, that's good. So what do you got planned for, like what kind of gun do you use? What's your favorite style of play? Where do you play on the field? What kind of gear and all that kind of stuff?
So, like I said, I started using this like rifle. It was real small. And then I was like, at one point I started playing Snake in the tryouts.
Yeah.
So I was like, this gun's not small enough. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go high Kappa, obviously. Here, I'll go get it. It's very pretty, but
go ahead.
It's being changed. I'm going to go get it anodized, and it's going to be kind of like a Stormtrooper build. It's going to be white and black.
Okay.
So this is it. It's got that the
Nice.
Dr. Black slide. I mean, it's just stock lower. A lot of it's internals, speed QB tracer. It's just got some just cheap outer barrel. But the plan is to get this anodized white, the gold as black, these little slits, or if I get a different outer barrel, as black. A lot of just like the little stuff, like a white grip with like a black lower.
Yeah.
Might be like the just here as white. Then I use a monk adapter because I prefer to have it because when I'm set,
yeah,
I like to tuck it like this, and so when with the adapters that go straight down, they hit my wrist, and I feel like I can't get as tight. So I like to have it come back. And then
so the monk adapter is the monk adapter is what? It's like the Euro build kind of, is that what they call it, where it comes out the back of the hand grip or the pistol grip?
Yeah, so it instead of just coming straight down and having the M4 mag here, it comes back, and so it's almost like an L.
Okay.
And then I have my line hooked up to that, and then I just have like a basic atom pack right now. It's not like a speed one or anything. I want to get a speed one.
Yeah.
Because I'm tall, and I play Snake, and so that's kind of plays into my name, Anomaly, because it's like not naturally occurring in nature, and you don't really see a guy 6'2", 6'3" playing Snake and jumping around like I do.
Yeah. How'd you get that
so
name?
I need to get
did somebody give it to you, or you just
no?
came up with it?
I used to play Call of Duty, and I used to play for teams and stuff, and I jumped between names, and then I landed on Anomaly, and everyone was always like, "Hey, that's a cool name. Like, you play very unorthodox, like that fits you." And so when they were like, I was like, I need a call sign. So I was like, all right, I'll just go with that because I've always liked it. It's always been what people call me. They usually just call me by my name here, but I need an Instagram handle and all that. So it's Anomaly. But yeah, I just have a basic atom pack. I have like a speed belt. I want to get the new ones that kind of Velcro over instead of just clip, because I find that the ones that clip when I'm sliding around and everything, they tend to go over to my side, and I gotta adjust everything. And but I'm still balancing with my loadout, and usually wear a compression shirt, but with like scrimmages and stuff, since we don't have our uniforms yet, they just say wear black. This is the best black shirt I could have. It's plain. Gotcha. I can beat it up a little bit. I have basic tactical pants, which they're just very rough, and then I have I knee pads over those HK armbands, which are completely torn up. I need new ones, but I'm saving to buy another car, project car. But yeah, I cut open my elbow today. It was not fun, but I'm used to that. I have cuts all over me. I have scars all over me from sliding around and everything.
From sliding.
Yeah, I don't wear gloves. I used to wear gloves. I hate wearing gloves now, especially with a pistol. I like to be able to like move my hand around.
Yeah,
be able to feel the gun. But then just
because the gloves are too bulky and
yeah. Some of them, the fingertips, they have like a little space, and I don't like feeling that. I like to be able to like,
those gloves, when I wear work gloves or something. There's a couple of them like DeWalt, and then Milwaukee makes some, bunch of different brands, but they fit. They're kind of elastic almost, but they're work gloves, so they have the protective, like thicker plastic and rubber on top. Yes. And mechanics gloves, they make them like that too, but they're very, very tight for dexterity. The excuse me, the end of your fingers, you pull them on tight and they don't move, and so you don't have that little bubble at the end that's annoying as shit.
Yeah, I was like, I've gotten hit in the knuckles so many times. Like I still have like a black spot on my finger from when I got hit in the fingertip. Like I've gotten used to it at this point. So that's crazy. And playing Snake, most of the time, the only place I'm getting shot at is like in my face mask, because that's all you'll ever see from me. Like you never really see me peek. When I'm peeking, I keep my gun perfectly in line with my face, and so I drop my shoulder back, and literally all you see when I peek is just my face or my gun. And so I'm super quick, so it's like even if you try and clip my shoulder, it's like it's gonna be hard hitting it.
Yeah. Now, how did you learn those techniques? When you first came into it, did you study or like watch videos? Or did Luke teach, some of these techniques? Like, how did you learn how to do all that stuff?
Luke has definitely been, like, working under Luke, like, I've always heard, working under him, like, from the team, because they worked with him last year. They're like, dude, working with him will help so much. I didn't realize how much until we scrimmaged this one team, and they had a kid on their team, and I was like, hey, I've played against him before. He's pretty good. And then we scrimmed him, and I just blew him out of the water. I'm not going to say names. I like that. I was like, hey, this kid's pretty good. We played him, and I was just, it was like, boom, done, boom, done. And it was just like, he came to me and said, hey, like, what can I do? And I was like, no, just do this, like, just telling him stuff. A lot of it was just, I've always been good at, knowing to change angles. And I think a lot of it comes from, like, basketball and knowing, like, to shift your feet. Watching where people go, zone defenses, pick up where you need, like, or man defense, pick up where you need, like, all that stuff. And I've always done sports my whole life, and so a lot of it is hand-eye coordination, like seeing something, knowing to move. And so I think a lot of it comes down to that. Very fast reflexes, especially having to play Snake, you gotta have fast reflexes. One of the kids today was like, dude, you're like, he's like, I see you. Then not even a second later, you're over there. He's like, I don't know how you're so fast. And I'm like, just knowing how to play your spot is a big thing.
Yeah.
And knowing what angles can see you when you're checking one. That's people ask me, like, oh, what do you do in Snake? That's it. Learning your angles. Like, knowing dropping back half a foot and someone won't see you, or sliding to the right and you have a better angle on somebody. Like, I'll sit in Snake and just look and stare. Like, no gun, like, before practice, anything. I'll just sit and stare. And I'm like, okay, I'm this close to this barrier. I'm in this area. This can see this. I know to watch this. And it's like, if I get this low, I can see an angle. If I move slightly to the right, I could see more of an angle. Like, it's just learning your environment and what can see what, and knowing, picking up on how your opponents are playing. Like, hey, this person goes here every time. Hey, this person favors the right side. Hey, this person doesn't check here when they peek. It's a lot of it is just breaking down what you're playing against. And so that's what helped a lot. And it's like, they were playing against DDP, and one of their biggest things was they weren't having someone check up top on me. And so Snake is super hard, because most of the time with this field layout, you're at a disadvantage because they already have an angle on you. You have to peek into their angle. So when they're not holding your angle, they're not watching your angle a lot, I'll sit up top the whole time and I'll wait. As soon as he's out, I'll bump 2 inches to my right and I'll get a different one out. Oh, both of them are looking at me. Let me drop and let me check this little opening, and let me, try and, arc these BBs around this barrier, because I know that he'll be there.
Yeah.
And so it's like a lot of just knowing how they play, and so finding their weak.
Adjusting on the fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being in basketball, coming from a basketball background yourself, you probably know how important shoes are, having the right shoes. So when you first when you started this, what is because this is something that a lot of people do not talk about when they're talking about their gear, and this goes across the board with Speedsoft, Milsim players. They don't talk about what kind of shoes or boots they wear, and I'm like, dude, that's one of the most important things. So yeah, what's your favorite?
Nike. I think they're Blazers. I don't really know. I picked them up at a thrift store. They were like $30.
Nice.
They're cloth. They're super tough cloth. So the worst thing, this actually just happened when I was taking them off earlier today.
Yeah.
The laces are the biggest downfalls, but I mean, they're laces. You just swap them out.
Yeah.
I've been sliding. Like, you can see the color difference on them. And you see them getting torn up, and nothing is coming up. The worst thing that's coming up is slightly this corner, but I recommend them to everybody. I'm like, dude, these cloth Blazers, fantastic. I've gone through shoes. Like, I put holes in so many of my shoes trying to play here. They're fantastic on grip. They're super silent because they'll bend to my ankle. Like, they hug me tight. And so when I'm in Snake and I'm like straddling the ground, being able to have shoes that like bend but like are high tops and protect your ankle,
right? I
think these are the most well-rounded shoes for me. Now, if we pick up a sponsor or something, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just saying, for right now, I recommend these shoes. Literally everybody.
Yeah. That's important, man. Now, at CIA Tampa, is that turf?
No, we are actually polished concrete.
Oh shit. Okay.
It is. Yeah, you feel it when you go down the wrong way.
Oh, I'm
But
sure.
they put a lot of effort into this field. They put a lot of love into this field. They took care of all the players. Great dudes over here. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I kept coming here, was just these guys care about players. They care about their field. They care about making everybody happy and changing things when they need to be changed. So they dropped a lot of money on getting the concrete polished and making sure that we had a good time. And so, yeah, you slide a lot, and sometimes it gets pulled up, but they took care of us.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, good deal. Well, listen, man, it's been great meeting you. Really impressed with what you guys are doing with your team, and going to the prepping for the NSL.
So
oh, you got your snack?
Yeah, I got my snack.
Well, before we get off, so speaking of that, what is your favorite after Airsoft food? Like, if you guys go out to eat as a team or whatever, what is it? Would you like sushi, Mexican food? What's your favorite after Airsoft food you guys go out and hang out with?
A lot of them go to Sushi Yama that's near here. We have a Wawa's up the road, or all of us usually hang out here afterwards, so we'll Uber Eats food. And like, hey, what are you getting? You want this? Like, whatever. So it's pretty much just whatever is nearby. Wawa's like the best go to because it's 30 seconds up the road. We drive up there, and it's like, it's Wawa. You got everything up there.
I don't know what that is.
It's pretty much like a gas station, but their primary thing is like food. Like, they have really good food.
Really?
It's not like gas station food. It's like, they got a whole kitchen there. And so
so it's like one of those things you can order either through the app, or they have a touchscreen thing where you kind of order food or something.
Mm-hmm. So they got all their options in there. You got a bunch of different sides and all this stuff. It's dope. It's just, it's quick, it's easy, it's cheap. So,
yeah, we have the same thing down
drink.
here. Oh, what do you drink now?
I mean, we got that little G Fuel code, Obey 23.
G Fuel?
So I drink a lot of G Fuel.
Oh, yeah.
But, water, Gatorade, we got all that stuff here.
Right.
So hydrated, all that. We'll take a break. I'll run in here, grab 2 Gatorades, and make sure I'm good.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, man. Well, let everybody know where they can find you online.
It's obey.anomaly. You should definitely check it out. I got a lot of POV videos. I always got photos coming up.
Now, that's your YouTube or Instagram?
It's my Instagram. I don't have it. I don't have a YouTube. I'm primarily just sticking with Instagram till I get that bit. Maybe I'll open up a YouTube. Trying to do I wanted to do like a day in the life video, but a lot of my stuff is POV. I use this like Ghost Rider cam or something. A lot of people have never seen it. It's real thin because I play Snake. I don't want to like be popping up top with a GoPro on the top of my head.
Yeah, like, hey, look where I'm at.
yeah. And so it's real nice. It's thin, but then I can just pull that, upload it. I usually make editing videos. Luke and Ant, they do all the editing stuff, but I want to get more into it. Right now I'm just doing it off my phone. Just simple little edits, nothing crazy, but I mean, I'm going to bring content a lot. So, yeah, it should be dope. Trying to bring good quality.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me on here, man. I appreciate you. Of
course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I want to have you guys on as a team after the NSL tournament you guys play in. So maybe a week after, the weekend after, or something like that. In the next couple of weeks, I want to get you and Luke and Anthony, and we'll all get on here and go over a recap of how well you guys did. I know you guys are going to do good, so I'm looking forward to watching it. That'll be great. I'll just have to let them know and see how we would set everything up, because there's about 12 of us. So there's a good bit. Well, we can all, with that kind of stuff, with that kind of setup, we can all join separately, right? Yeah. Because we can have up to a bunch of people on here, and so it works out well when I do groups to have everyone join separately, individually, and use their own setup. So, yeah, man, I look forward to it, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. All right, brother. Have a good day. We're going.